production is being strained. Go ahead.
It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
Right, man. And we're seeing major conflict even happen over in the Ukraine, you know, with Putin. You know, I saw an article where Putin was saying, we got to protect our nation against Western mindset when it concerning transgenderism and stuff like that. The Russians ain't down for that, man. All right?
Nope.
I gotta reset it. Second Ezra chapter 16. I started verse 17. Woe is me, who would deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils come?
Right. So we're in that time of these impending doom-like scenarios, man. All right? And it's just the beginning.
That's right.
It's just the beginning of really how it's going to get bad out here. Okay? Go ahead.
Yep, so if you tempted to bow down, see what happened, that nigga came on and then everything went left. That's why you can't let a nigga into the house party.
You'll break the toilet up.
Yeah.
It says, verse 15, it says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another.
This is an emergency, bro. I done asked about 1 million white people. Ain't nobody trying to come through for me. I'm not, bro. I just need to call my people, bro, and tell them to come get me, bro. Real nigga shit, bro. Nah, it's all good. It's cut off today.
We in church right now, brother. We in church right now. We in church right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see the Bible and everything. I apologize.
It says, for the sword, verse 15 in 2 Ezra 15, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. And it says in Matthew 24 that the love of many shall wax cold. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Right, so people are starting to come up against, you know, the government. And it's like,
I get tired of people getting tired of you fired, dumbass.
yeah, and so this is happening all in those places, Australia, Austria, these other places where these mandates have kind of stricken things down. There's a group of people that's standing up, right? As production and everything like that gets strained down, resources flow and being rationed out, you're gonna start to see this stuff start to pick up, man. More and more people are protesting whatever you know, there's uproars, terrors among the people. That's
People are fed up with people want to live their lives, but they don't understand that the elite are saying the life you had is no more.
Right. Yeah. They're saying that the Turkish economy is about to crash, man. So we're seeing worldwide news it's just rioting, man. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And we're already seeing that. You gotta have a so-called Maxine card to go certain places, man. But it's gonna be on a high level, you know. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall
And as resources get tighter, you're going to see that animalistic behavior come out of man.
Yep.
Okay? So the love is already waxing cold, but as these prophecies hit, these people are not going to have a medium. They're not going to have any balance. They're not going to have anything to keep them from doing this, to keep them from doing that. They're just going to react. Right? And the Lord said he knows how to deliver the godly out of temptation, man. So you can't worry about the what if or what's going to happen. Hey, you ultimately just got to trust in Yahweh Shai, and he's got the provision for the elect already laid. Because this it's about to get crazy, man.
Right. Supply chain shortages. All these type of things happen to a kingdom that's out of order, man.
Yeah, it's out of order.
There's going to be no mercy at all, so that's why the scripture speaks so bad about big on mercy. People are going to start justifying killing one
Right.
No mercy, no forgiveness. So you're gonna think about the God is this and you fall back. That's gonna fuel you, justify you in moving.
Right, and then letting people out of jail.
Yeah.
So what do you think them niggas gonna be doing? They damn sure ain't gonna go get a job.
Purge mode.
You got something?
Yeah, I got it. This is Isaiah chapter 26. I'll read verse 1 and 3. 1 through 3. In that day shall the song be sung in the land of Judah. We have a strong city. Salvation will the Most High appoint for us for walls and bulwarks. Open ye the gates, that the righteous nation which keepeth the truth may enter in. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusteth in thee. That's the point, you know. The Lord say we keep your mind in perfect peace. Wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of your time and strength and salvation. Whenever all hell breaks loose around you, our minds are going to be stayed upon Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, which is going to keep us on that level balance, man. While everybody else is going crazy, we got the answers in scriptures, man.
Yeah, it's scared the remnant will no longer stay upon him that smote them. So Esau ain't the answer, man.
Esau, not Esau, but Jake trying to write tickets for the parking. You might want to move the car.
Where at? Over here?
No, yeah, just where your car is parked.
Okay, not over there. Somebody.
Nah. I mean, I can just take your key if you want me to move it.
The Esau's getting ready to get a ticket. Stupid ass Edomites, man. That shit childish, bro. Stupid. You parked right here at this time. And no, nothing goes on over there, man.
Yeah.
I can see if it was a load, unloading zone. This dude's the devil, man.
Be an asshole.
Oh, birthday! Where's the Christmas cheer, man? Get a ticket.
Verse 19, it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Yeah, people are gonna be getting cut off, man.
Complexity.
It's gonna continue to get like I was in the store the other day, I was in Target, and there was a couple in front of me getting something, and the dude said, "Man, $5 and something else for this now?" And I was like, "Yep." This stuff is getting expensive, right? The price of food is going up, right? It's not gonna be that you ain't gonna be no bread, lack of bread, and since you can't buy it,
You don't have access.
it's too expensive. Okay? These supply chain shortages always hit the consumer's pockets. You pass on the expenses to the consumer, man. And the consumers are the worker bees, the employees. You're the consumer. Right? And so as everything continues to hyperinflate, more and more mandates and rules and regulations governing your world and your digital world, right? All these things are happening. People are going to start to have sedition amongst themselves. More and more and more. For that bread. Go ahead,
Right.
Jim.
It says, behold, saith the Most High, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Lebanon, to turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them.
Boom. And so now you're going to start to see regional conflicts all across the world, man. One major regional conflict is NATO versus Russia, right? And the Soviet Union right now. Over there in the Ukraine, they're talking about including the Ukraine into NATO, taking them in, and then that will allow the United States to put, missiles basically along those borders, start to set up different military bases.
They put some over there.
Yeah.
They moved some troops over into the region of Ukraine.
There you go.
Today, Russia had their national guard pretty much marching in the snow. I seen the videos in the snow. They was walking to the border of Ukraine.
Right. Do you realize
Large field.
that Russia has been spoken into power? Like the prophets spoke these things literally into existence, man.
Yeah.
They're happening like the apostles and elders been saying. And really, at the beginning, it was nothing but that one Georgia-Russia conflict.
Yeah.
And then everything kind of died down. But now, every week, you hear about Russia.
Yeah.
Why is that? The scriptures are coming alive, man. And there's going to be a conflict with Israel as well. They're in the midst. So friction is in the air. The Lord got everybody on edge. Everybody's being prepared for the great and dreadful day which his son returns, man. So there's only a few more prophecies left. Chaos, charagma, war. You know?
People forget that Russia is in Syria right now,
Oh, yeah.
working, all right, with the Syrian army. They've been doing stuff. You know what I mean?
Iran had interest over there too.
Iran, you know.
Yep. And America constantly fucking with them.
Yeah. So these are those kings. Okay, go ahead.
Isaiah 42 and 13. The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yea, war. He shall prevail against his enemies.
That's right.
That helps up, man. That's what Paul's doing. All these skirmishes between all these different nations. The Most High is stirring this up because he's working on the minds of the kingdom, man. But then he's going to destroy and devour at once. He's going to sweep the whole board off. All the piece off the board, man.
Chaos, man. So economically, with the famines and everything like that, we see the chaos. And now politically, between the kings of the earth, chaos. All of these are things that you should be looking at and blowing the trumpet about because it's part of prophecy. Right? All right?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Isaiah 13 and 6. Hail ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. And they shall be afraid as pain, and sorrow shall take hold of them.
Like 9/11. When 9/11 happened, they gave you a little bit of imagery of the of America being in the state, being in pain, they're being so afraid. Terror had just happened in New York City.
Right.
Thousands of people have died. And are we under attack? Oh, that's coming back to America in a real fashion.
And Americans are used to excess.
Yeah.
Excess. They live in excess. So when they're not able to have that full refrigerator,
Yeah. Look at that.
the bird just dropped.
Bro, it's the States, man.
Wow.
Bro,
Tired.
bro, they was just flying. They was flying back and
Yeah.
forth.
He's basically like, man, I didn't fought the good fight. I'm tired of this shit. God!
Yeah. But the Roman will worship that. Say, but that's where you get the argus. You know, the argus will go and open it up and put the blood on the ground. And this is me.
I mean, look up the significant symbolism of the bird falling out. Whenever something happened, I look it up. But that's crazy.
You know?
Wow. That sounded hard,
Yeah,
too.
it is. You know?
Damn. It says,
It means that the bird is dead.
Esau's an eagle. Make that shit work.
Falling out of the sky, man.
All right, check this out. It says dead birds fall from the sky to indicate encroaching environmental disasters. Many birds are sentinel species,
We'll get that in Job 12.
meaning they are particularly sensitive to the presence of environmental toxins. In other words, their deaths sound an alarm in a very real, non-metaphorical sort of way.
That's why you have the canary and the canary in the cage.
Right.
Because when it's too toxic, it's dangerous, you know? He's dead.
Hey, somebody get Job 12. We see the scriptures can link to anything, man.
Yeah.
We can get a lesson out of anything. Go ahead. Ask now. Yep.
Job 12 and 7. Ask now the beast.
Start at the verse before that.
Verse 6. The tabernacles of robbers prosper,
Right. Wickedness prospers. Go ahead.
and they that provoke the Most High are secure.
They're secure. All right. And you would think that they were going to continue forever, but there's signs happening in the earth letting you know they're getting ready to fall. Go ahead.
Into whose hand the Most High bringeth abundance.
There you go.
But ask now the beast, and they shall teach thee.
Ask now the beast. The beast, see here, Esau got all of this wealth, but there's an end coming to his shit, man. And one of the ways you know it is the behavior of the animals in the earth. There's a I look at this site from time to time, animal deaths. I mean, it's just in the millions, weekly, just millions of animals are dropping dead. Read that again.
But ask now the beast, and they shall teach thee, and the fowls of the air, and they shall tell thee. Or speak to the earth.
Now, what does that fowl of the air just tell us? Shit's fucked up, bro. This shit is polluted. We need the sons of God.
Environment is dangerous, man.
This is a record of,
Just on the food, through the spirit. That's the last thing that bird heard was us. You know what I'm saying? They're like, hey, all of y'all about to know.
yeah, just
Let me finish that. Go ahead.
or speak to the earth, and it shall teach
The
thee.
earth shall teach you. What is the earth telling you right now? She mad. The earth is a woman. It's likened unto a feminine because what happens? Things sprout forth out of it. She got an attitude. All right? She this BS. She got gas. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Some high blood pressure.
So the earth, these things, well, you didn't get this truth just to be a dummy. Like you got to be looking at everything and tying it to scriptures, man. Go ahead.
Or speak to the earth, and it shall teach thee, and the fishes of the sea shall declare unto thee.
What are all of these things speaking? The end. Fish are just mass fish die-off. Yeah, because there's not enough oxygen in the water. The pH, the coral reef, the toxins all in the water.
Drugs and pollution.
Drugs, and yeah, a drug, you got a high fish. Talk about the fish that tested positive for cocaine, opioids.
Yep. A certain level of the water is too warm in certain places,
Right.
too cold in certain places. And so it's throwing all the marine life off because they need that water to breathe. Then they overfish in certain species and it's throwing off the whole marine ecosystem. So, bro, the same thing is happening. You know, that's why the birds are falling out the sky. The pollutants that's going up, throwing off the electromagnetic. That's why those birds live off that. That's why they go into the wrong place. They off by 3 degrees. Go to the wrong place because you don't flew. It says they're particularly sensitive to the presence of environmental toxins. Birds are, yeah.
Hosea 4:3. Oh, God. It says, therefore shall the land mourn. Hosea 4:1. Hear the word of Yahweh, ye children of Israel. For Yahweh have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of Yahweh in the land.
And there isn't. There's no truth here, man. So the Lord has a controversy. Now this is speaking to the Israelites. So he got a controversy with everybody, man. Go ahead.
By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood touches blood.
So the sons of God are not in order. So because the sons of God are not in order, everything suffers. Everything suffers from the sons of God not being put in their rightful order. Go ahead.
Verse 3, we have the issue with the live stream. And what are these things wasn't even working for no reason. The signal on the phones were all jammed up. Right. And now the bird falls out.
And that dude came over here right when we said, wait,
The niggas,
It's like he had a demon on him. Like a demon jumped on him.
yeah, he didn't have no shoes on. But niggas are saying we gotta love him. Niggas sagging. Niggas just like, what are you doing? Walking around downtown Dallas, no shoes, sagging. Talking about, can I use your phone? No. Hell no. You gotta love your people. No. Not that. We love them by telling them, look, we in church. Real nigga shit.
They got you in that
Real niggas do real things. Go ahead.
verse 3, therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish.
Right. The land shall mourn because of us going off. It's really our fault. The hell we are witnessing is because we went off. Go ahead.
With the beasts of the field, and with the fowls of heaven, yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away.
Through. So now we're in a time where everything is yearning and crying for the sons of God to be put back in their order so they can be.
So war has to happen for that transition. That's why you see all the calamities. Okay? For the sons of God to be reestablished, there's this impending doom that has to play out. Okay? And that's why we're describing it piece by piece. Second Ezra describes what will be happening to a place like that with plagues, economic upheaval, hyperinflation, war amongst the nations. That's what happens. All right, go ahead.
Matthew 24 and 22. Except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
Right. So time's moving faster. Things are escalating. A lot more events are being packed in a short amount of time. So it makes it feel like your days are going quick. Why? Because something's happening every single day. It's moving faster. Things are moving faster. There's no leisure thing. We're not just coming in the things are really moving. Okay? Biden is beating it up.
That's why that wicked vibration.
Yeah,
Asian and righteousness.
You know, it's just going out. All right?
I was saying Esau, he been straight up telling you what he gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like Willie G. You know what I'm saying? He speaks these things. He'll just say some shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, it'll mess around and be this, or it'll mess around and be that. Then you start to see things moving in that direction. Well, they doing what they doing based off the prophecy, based off the prophets. See what I'm saying? The prophets got them wiggling like a mug, you know? Yeah, it's a big time wiggling going on right now. Somebody else,
Real quick. Isaiah 13 and 8, and they shall be afraid, pains and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another.
Yeah.
Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, and to lay the land desolate, and shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
Boom. So worldwide war, man. And then that's going to culminate to the angels actually showing up as well. Right? That's that transition of our salvation. Okay? But these kings are going to be shooting military missiles on each other. It's going to get bad. It's going to culminate to an actual fight. All right? Them trying to control this MOTV system and who's going to be the leader of it. You know, this person's feeling double cross, whatever. Confederacy of men is going to go to war with each other. They think that they're going to tie it down and make a one war. It's going to go opposite. It's a snare.
Sirach 36, verse 7 and 8. Raise up indignation and pour out wrath. Take away the adversary and destroy the enemy. Make the time short. Remember the covenant and let them declare thy wonderful works.
Yep. That's what happens when you're in battle, man. You're in battle, it's flying by. All right? That's what's getting ready to come. Okay? You know? Everybody else? Go ahead.
So Romans 9 and 28. For he will finish the work and cut it short in righteousness, because a short work will Yahweh make upon the earth.
Boom. Easy work.
First round knockout. All of this technology, all of this stuff these people have amounted, all of these missiles, all of these see-through suits, they got all of that.
It's gonna lead to short work.
Short work, right hand, first round knockout. It ain't gonna even be a fight. It say he lifted neither sword nor instrument, only just the pure fire from the chariots. And he's gonna allow the heathen to have a brawl for it all. That's what's being prepared in the Middle East. He's gonna allow you to destroy yourselves, and then what's little left of you, when the Lord returns, you all gonna try to fight him. You get embarrassed. So with that, all right, we're going to give all praise to the Heavenly Father.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash.
And double honors to the apostles, the elders, the great millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect. Everything straight?
Yes, sir. I'd like to stop by and listen.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man, we just wrapped it up.
Yeah, we just wrapped it up, bro.